Michael Cole, FB Live. This is number 105, man. I mean, it just keeps going and going and going. And actually, this is a rebroadcast because we got scrubbed out by some weather issues up in the East Coast last week. And we got scrubbed out by some Wi-Fi issues. And this one was just too freaking cool not to bring her back, Miss Bregan Broomall from Elaine James Salon, Middletown, Delaware. Summit coach Jessica LaPault, owner. You got to give it up first of all for all those guys. They are really cool. And the name of the show tonight is, you're going to see once we get into her keys. Her first key is my favorite key. What a post on 5 pages equals referral explosions to the 10th power, man. Let me tell you a little bit about Megan before we bring her out. She's, I mean, look at this, man. W2 2017, 32. She doubles it, and she's trending to double it in 2018. Level 2. I mean, you know, this is like a special night because even people that are getting started on the level system have said this is someone that's like crushing it. Age 35, average ticket 102, average day 400, haircut price 43. You can see that's like a triple header. 100 plus referrals, rebooking at 60%, RT at 60%. I mean, what else can I say? She's just like knocking it up big time. She's going to tell you her story, but in a nutshell, graduated from high school '01, worked in another field for a few moons, and on the back end of her 20s, front end of 30s, said, you know what? I want to pursue my my calling. So she graduates as an apprentice, and as I said, first year 32, trending to double it in 2018, and I wanted to come on and tell her story, but when she does, we're going to get into her best practice. Yes, iPhone 7 Plus, that's the bomb. 342 followers on IG. Hair _ by _ Megan _ Broomall, and you'll see that she's got about 43 followers. 60% of her guests are following her, about 90 of them. She's doing about 20 guests a week, 15 photo shoots, which is huge. Like 75% of her guests are getting a photographic experience. And then she offers it to every guest, though. Every shoot, 1 pic gets posted every shoot, right? So no one's left behind. 8 pics to shoot, 4 poses. So, you know, she's really organically morphed that. 75% of her guests either repost the pictures that she passes on to them or takes selfies. That's why she's the bomb on referral. 90% reposted by Lynn Winslow, who is one of her the coaches that get posted on the Salon page as well. So I'm gonna bring her up, and then we're gonna talk about her story, and then she's gonna walk us through her keys. So let me see. You cross your fingers that the Wi-Fi gods are working cool. And here she is. Give it up, will you, for Miss Megan?
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Oh, great. First of all, you sound great. You look great. We don't have storms. We got Wi-Fi with another place. So I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to our conversation tonight, Megan, because I think what you bring to the table is nothing short of extraordinary. So let's get started with your story, because the story is really unique. You were well into life before you make this major pivot to hairdressing. So give us that part of the story, what it was like and what caused you to pivot.
So I basically graduated high school, went into nursing school for whatever reason, thought that's what I wanted to do. And in my mind the whole time, I always wanted to do hair. My mom would always tell me I should do hair. I just always enjoyed it, but for whatever reason, chose this pathway. Didn't work out. Started to coach and did other things. And then one day I was just like, I need to get into hair. I need to do what I want to do. So that basically started my journey, and here I am.
Yeah, I mean, I love the part of the story because there's a lot of people that I interview, Megan, I think I told you this, that they have the calling to pursue hairdressing, but for whatever reasons on the front end of their 20s, they pursue something else, and then, you know, they're 10 years in and they go, you know what, no, I want to go, and I want to answer the call, and that's what you did. And so what I'm real curious about is, you know, like, back into 20s, front into 30s, you make this pivot What happened to you during that? Because I knew you were in an apprenticeship program where you're so focused now about making this work. Tell us that part.
Well, I was actually a client at the salon first, and then learned they had an apprenticeship program and jumped on that opportunity and just really kind of busted my butt for a year and a half to get my 3,000 hours and just to learn everything I can could. And then once I was done, that was that. And I've been trying to kill it ever since then. So.
Yeah, and somewhere in there you get married, you have and so all of a sudden now my family, there's a couple more big blips on my radar. So you're like focused on steroids, right?
Yes. Yep. Trying to be able to help my husband, raise a family and be there financially and all that kind of good stuff.
Well, now that you're on the path and you're on a great trajectory, what's your life like now? How is your life different now than it was even 2-3 years ago? Like, how's that changed for you emotionally and all that stuff?
I'm definitely in love with my career. The best decision I ever made. If I had to go back and do it again, I would do it the same way, no different. Of course I'm married and have a child, so that's completely different. And we have our own home and we're just living a good life. And it's, because of number one, the salon I'm in and just how successful I've become. So it's pretty cool. It's definitely a great feeling.
Oh yeah. As I've gotten to know you, you're in nirvana. You've closed the gap between what I wanted to do in my career life, my livelihood, and what you're doing. And right now what it sounds like to me is you're being fueled by passion. So that's a wonderful thing. Now, what I'm curious about is where do you go from here? What's the future hold for Meg?
Well, clearly I would love to, continue to grow and to get to higher levels, but, eventually fall more into, as well as being behind the chair, mentoring, new associates that come into our salon and guiding them and helping them be more confident behind the chair, because we all start at that point and we're all scared. So just to make, just let them know that keep on pushing, it'll all be worth it in the end. So that's what I hope to do.
Nice. So I want to pivot. I've got about 7-8 more minutes with you, and what you're doing on social media, I think, is extraordinary. And you've got this first key that I'm just really loving big time. And before interviewing you, that when a hairdresser could get their content on their page, the salon's page, and the guest page, that was good. But you've got this thing called the five pages that you're able, and I want you to, in a nutshell, to talk about that. And then when you are, I'm going to actually hold up the PowerPoint so people can actually see this. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah. So sorry, I thought I was waiting for you to hold up. So basically, the client that is in the PowerPoint and that ended up being posted on 5 different pages, she's one of my super awesome clients. And so she's extremely supportive and is always giving me shout outs and all that kind of good stuff. So basically, every picture that I choose to post goes on my Facebook business page, my Instagram business page, and then we have to send it through In Touch, which is Lynn Winsel, who then posts that onto our business social media pages, like our salon pages. And then of course Debbie always tags me and shouts me out, so she posts on her pages as well. So that's when it becomes the little 5-pack that you have there.
Now, before we go on to your next key, this was so unprecedented that I really want to make sure that the viewer gets it, and all the people that are going to be watching the tape after the show, and we're going to be editing it. But what Megan is saying, gang, is that she's now has 5 different pages that the content that, the pictures that she's taken finds its place. She's got her 2 pages, her Facebook business, her Facebook Instagram, And then, through the salon's social media page manager, it finds itself on not only the salon's Facebook page and the salon's Instagram page, but then it goes into her guests have it too. So in essence, there's 5 pages. And when I take a look at that, Megan, and that's like pouring nitroglycerin on a bonfire. I've not heard of that. And that is so cool what you're doing. So thanks for giving us that key.
No, it's awesome. It's exciting to see too. Definitely a cool thing.
Now, second key for you is you talk about, shoot, post, video. It sounds like you almost have a obsessive compulsive social media disorder. So talk just a little bit about that second key. It's really cool.
No, I do. I take a lot of pride in my pages, but I feel like everybody should take pride in the work that they do. So I feel like I'm a little crazy when it comes to my social media pages, but that's just beside the point. But definitely shoot, take a lot of pictures, take videos, do tutorials, just to kind of put different things out there. Pictures are always great, but changing it up, and it draws attention from other people. They like to see different things. So I try to post a lot of pictures. I'll put some, videos up, or like small tutorials on doing curls or fast updo or anything to make people's morning routine easier for them. So I get a lot of love. So
I can see why. I mean, it's really cool. Now, your last key, I'm loving big time, because what it says is following up on all comments and then comment on the comments with everyone and anyone. Talk about that, because I think that's crucial.
Yeah, no, as a salon, Jess always, reminds us that, always touch base with clients who we haven't seen in a while, who have just come in. And it's definitely something great to fall into. But when I post pictures or videos and I have people comment on them, I will send them a quick message and just, thank them for taking the time to watch my video or like my post. And if they have any questions, to feel free to contact me at any point in time. Just let them know of any promotions we're having and if they're interested. And just showing them I'm grateful for them just taking that 2 seconds to look at my page or look at my tutorial and just giving me some love. So
no, I love it. And so what I'm going to ask you to do is, after we get you off, is go ahead and post your all of your page handles on your on the comment box under the Facebook Live we're doing on my page tonight, so that people can see it. But I love the idea, because you're taking advantage of video, you're taking advantage of posting your content, and it's almost like you're rapidly becoming your own media company. And it's really showing up. I mean, you're firing on all levels. And I really look forward to editing this tape, because your keys are just right on the bullseye.
Awesome. I'm excited. Thank you.
Well, the last word. So people that are just on the very beginning of the ride, and they're watching you and their first few 100 hours in school, or maybe they just graduated from school, and they're kind of like, they're asking WTF, like, what did I do? Did I make the right choice? In a nutshell, what would your last word be?
If this is something you ultimately want to do and that you're in love with, just keep on pushing. It's going to take a little time, but everyone starts at the bottom some point in whatever career they're in. But it's definitely worth it in the end. And just keep on going is what I gotta say. Just keep on holding on, keep on busting your butt, and it will all be worth it.
Nice. Well, you did great. I mean, it was really worth waiting and doing this again, because it was one of the best interviews that we've done, and we want to thank you whole bunches. I'm going to let you go. I'm going to summarize it, and then you and I will probably chat afterwards to just I'm going to send you the video and all that stuff. So once again, give it up one more time, will you, for Ms. Megan?
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to let you go, and then I'll talk to you later.
Okay, thank you.
All right.